Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome to round 4 of the F125 Nico Hulkenberg career mode. Yes, we return this weekend here to Bahrain, of course, for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, if you missed out on the video that went live a few days ago from Japan, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. It's safe to say this season has been rather interesting so far. Obviously, a win in Australia, followed up by a win in the Shanghai Sprint, and then a DNF before a 10th place finish out at Suzuka. We are still somehow P3 in the Drivers' World Championship as 5 drivers from 5 different teams inside your top 5 right now. Max Verstappen is kind of running away with it early on. He's basically got twice the points of anybody else, and therefore would be leading the Constructors' Championship by himself. I'm hoping that Bortoletto can score some points quite soon, because so far he, both V-Carbs and Jack Doohan are yet to get a point on the board. But this Kick Sauber car is actually making some decent progress. We're up to 7th best in terms of performance. We are right behind Williams and Aston Martin at this stage of the season. Bortoletto isn't really pulling his weight, but we're trying to get as many aerodynamic upgrades onto the car as we possibly can. Of course, if you're new, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, drop us a follow over on Twitch as well. We're trying to hit 10k over there before the end of 2025. But without further ado, let's get on here in Bahrain. There we go, chat. Smashed it. Smashed it. Hey, welcome in, Matt, as well. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, I probably should time the ads when I'm doing the intro. That would work quite well. How many revs do I aim for? I'm not the person to ask. I'm terrible at starts on this year's game. So I'm not the person to ask. No, if I had to guess, I would say about 11,000, but I could be completely wrong. Yeah, Big G does need to pull his weight a bit more. AC as well. Thank you for the 5 stream streak, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, see, can't you normally still type messages when you're, Can't you normally type messages even when you're watching ads? I thought. I thought you can still, like, spam stuff. I got an IKEA ad, but there's not a single one within 200 miles. Whereabouts do you live? Like, in the middle of the Australian desert or something? 200 miles away is your closest IKEA. Bortoletto's getting some upgrades going, and that's alright. Fingers crossed he can pull his weight. I assume this week, yeah, it should be dry both races, shouldn't it? But we'll wait and see. There is a 17% chance of rain in the race, though, so that could spice things up. Favourite F1 track is Spa.
The original desert destination, Bahrain awaits us, as does a weekend of action. Plenty for the teams
I
and
work
drivers
next
to
door
get
to an
grips with
IKEA.
During practice.
Wait, you have both an IKEA and a McDonald's in Yorkshire, in Bradson even. That's quite impressive. Have I ever driven a real F1 car? Sadly not. I would love to one day, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Check, please.
My life would have to go on quite a crazy trajectory if I was able to drive an F1 car at some point. Setup then. We learned a lot about the Sauber last weekend. It's just a handful. You've kind of got to drive it under its limit. But Bahrain, I do really like this track on this year's game. But tyre strategy can be quite interesting here. So I'm gonna make some tweaks. We'll see how the car handles. First one, eh? What's the question for you? You just keep saying you've got a question without actually asking me a question. Look, Spurt, if you're live, aren't you meant to be focusing on your stream rather than mine? Unless you're just live, like, restreaming my stream. Come on. I've been playing F1 games pretty much on and off throughout my entire life. But then I remember, I think my first game was F105 on the PS2. But then, more recently, I kind of got back into them with, like, F1 2010, played until about F1 2013, and then got a little bit bored again before F1 2016. And then I've been playing pretty much ever since then. Basically, since I started making YouTube videos on F1 2016, many moons ago. Duda, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. I know it's only free practice, and I know that tyre grip, or just circuit grip will be very low. And that immediately feels quite skinty. I've played older games. I'm pretty certain my mate had, like, F1 2000, I want to say. Because I remember doing, like, Monza in the old Hockenheim on that. Hey, welcome in, Scott. I'm doing very well, thanks, buddy. I hope you are as well. Come on. Somehow I've got all purple scores so far this lap, despite the fact the car feels like I'm on an ice rink. I mean, grip will ramp up as we head into qualifying in the race, but it's just always difficult to tell how much grip this Sauber is going to have. Like, you go into every corner not sure whether you're going to make it out in one piece. That's kind of the big scary bit. I mean, there we go, though. As first laps go in a session, all purple for track sim run. That's pretty good going. Maximum points, 525 out of 525. And, I mean, we mainly just need the R&D, don't we? That's kind of the big one. Do you like MVH Studio wheels? I've got no idea what they are. Unless I'm being a moron, I've just got no idea. How did I not get... Oh, beat the average speed trap. That's fine. That worked out well, so I guess we'll get on with that one. Yeah, the Sauber does kind of decide into every corner whether it fancies gripping up or not. Smurf is 103. Poor Smurf. Yeah, I picked the McLaren Mercs today because I knew I was going to be doing quite a long stream and I don't want to be too sweaty. It allows me to breathe a little bit more. Although I think some people then just assume I'm like a die-hard McLaren fan or something. Which isn't the case, but still. Hey, Fox Dog, welcome on in, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Oh, come on. Ooh, nice and easy. It's just so weird, kind of the way the car will sometimes bite. Smurf is wise. Smurf has wisdom. That's the best thing not the best thing I can say about Smurf, but one of the things I can say about Smurf. Oh, I do not miss having to do like mock exams and stuff. I know, like, some people go on, oh, like, don't you miss your school days and stuff? And I'm always there like, nope, not for a single second. If you're out there and you dislike school or didn't like school, I promise you life gets better. Yeah, there's some wisdom. I just try and take that wisdom away from it. Which I think is a fair assessment. I got the 2025 hoodie, but I'm not calling myself a Lando or an Oscar fan. I mean, I like Oscar. Hence why I'm wearing Lando merch. But still. Oh, but there we go then, Kirk. See, you can go back now and bully the kids that would have annoyed you back when you were a kid. That's the best bit about it, isn't it? Like, my brother-in-law is a teacher as well, and I'm pretty certain that's what he does. Not actually. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Have I ever been to a race? I've been to a few F1 Grand Prix, luckily. The most recent one I went to was Monza 2023. Oh, what are you doing, Saints? That's not an ideal place to leave you, Williams. On the apex of a 140-mile-an-hour corner. Yeah, I'm an Ocon and Gasly fan. I don't mind Pierre, to be fair. I'm not a big fan of Ocon, though. I must admit, I did laugh when Stroll absolutely destroyed him. How was Hungary as a track experience? I've heard so many mixed things about going to the Hungaroring. Apparently there's like a lot of visibility around the venue, but there's a reason why it's quite a cheap race to go to. How am I finding NASCAR 25? I'm liking NASCAR 25. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Next episode of Career Mode goes live tonight. It's another good fun race, although every single one I do on there at the moment seems to be a good race. So it's very, very good fun. Oh, yeah, when Leclerc got pole and then wasn't. I think everybody completely forgot about that this year, didn't they? More Lyco, please, Charles. And the fact they basically damaged the floor and just Ferrari never told him. Ugh. See, it's that corner. That's the scary one at the moment. Every time I zip it in, the back end just tries to immediately overtake the front. And I don't feel like I'm doing anything too aggressive with it or anything bad. I think I might just need to up the rear ride height slightly. Just because I think it's bottoming out there and that's what's causing it. If you go to Hungary, prepare to get sunburned. Don't sit on the main straight. Interesting. I mean, July in Hungary, or the start of August, I would always expect to, you know, it's going to be sunny. But interesting, you say don't sit on the main straight. When and where is the next CS race? So CS is back this weekend in Mexico. I will not be there, though, because I'm going to be doing Le Mans 24. So next race for me will be another Mystery GP in a couple of weeks' time. Unless our Le Mans race goes really badly, and then I've got enough time to do it again. Oh, sorry, the main straight is covered. Sorry, I get what you mean there. Yeah, it's always the case with a lot of the circuits, especially a lot of the European ones, that they just can't, the infrastructure around them cannot handle an F1 weekend. Le Mans will be streamed right here on Twitch. I'll stream it here on Twitch and then on Matt212 iRacing on YouTube. Maybe TikTok, maybe. And then obviously Kick as well. So yeah, or if ever I am live streaming, it is always on Twitch. That is why it's the best place to go follow us, because it's just the one place where all of my streams are. Foxtrog, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it. We are smashing through free practice so far, though. Like, much quicker than I thought we would. I wasn't expecting to get purple scores so easily, but I'm going to see what the car's like on this final run. See if it tries to break free again. But apart from that, the car feels pretty good. Am I not allowed to stream on TikTok? Is that what we're saying? I am not a Lando Norris fan, no. I find Norris a little bit annoying, to be honest. As the track's robbing in a bit, it doesn't feel too bad. I think it was just where there was so little grip early on in the session. I mean, you can slide the back end around a little bit. Out of there, that was quite nice. Just kind of getting the grip and letting the car kind of bury a bit of kind of tyre tread into the road. Oh, that's worth it all, isn't it? Seeing Nicola Solov braking. I mean, we're 2 seconds up on the Delta at the moment, with a sector to go, so as free practice programs go, this one's ran pretty well. Oh, I need to make sure I get race labs back up, don't I? I'll do that now, before I forget. I thought I still had it open. No, I closed it. I raced iRacing this morning, so I shut it again to record the replays. Let's go like that, and let's go like bang, 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 bang. Wonderful. There we go. Hopefully I haven't broke the recording doing that. Nope, I think we're good. Wonderful. Oh, I'm not even going to get purple first time. That's annoying. Right, we need to try and get all the purple scores. Mods are fed up with me getting baited by TikTok. When do I get baited by TikTok anymore? I don't put... You know, if I had to put money on it today, I wouldn't bet on Max winning the championship. He might get to Abu Dhabi with a chance. But at some point, McLaren are just going to have to decide to focus on one driver. Potentially. I don't know. I still have in my head that Vegas is going to be quite defining. Whether for Max's sake or against him. I think Vegas is going to be quite a decisive weekend. Just because it's such a weird circuit. thank you very much. Yeah, the F122 video did quite well. I got another one coming out today, actually, on F1 2019. Just because I'm steadily going back through all the old games. I mean, at some point in the future, you know, I've spoke about it before. I want to do a series where I go back through and try and win a championship on every F1 game. But it will just take a lot of time. And I don't know, would I want to stream that? I got no idea. I think you'd basically have to sit down and say to both of them, look, we'll get to the end of Las Vegas, and whoever's leading, we will put the effort behind now. If Max is still a threat. Of course, if, say, for example, they get a 1-2 in both of the next weekends, and Max then is suddenly 60 points back with 58 available, of course, then it's all guns blazing. If they come 2-3 behind Max, and suddenly he's 20 points back behind the pair of them, then they've got to try and make that tough choice. Is this real Matt212? No, this is AI Matt212. Real Matt212 is locked in my basement. Oh, I mean, there we go, the chat. We've got purple, purple, purple. So I think we've done pretty well. I might just make that one little tweak. I want to see. What ride height am I running? We're running 2350. It's not low. I think I'll run 2451. It might cost us a little bit of straight line speed, but other than that, the car feels pretty good. Just do a video on F197. Maybe down the line. They don't want to upset Lando's dad because of all the money. They don't want to upset Mark Webber. I mean, they've just got to make a choice at some point, don't they? So we're 4/10 off of Piastri, but he went out on softs. Always the case for me is I'm very good in Sector 3 here. I don't know why, but I'm normally pretty good Sector 3. Bortoletto looks pretty good as well, though, chat. So I think we're ready for qualifying. Amber Racing, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well.
We're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula 1.
Yeah, we've done all right there, haven't we? Practice. It's always good when practice runs smoothly. As long as I don't do anything stupid. That's always reassuring. And, chat, I hope you noticed as well that I got pedal cam working. It just worked today. I remembered to check it before we started. At this point, you've just got to flip a coin to decide who to prioritise. Imagine that being the way McLaren decide it. If Max somehow wins the Drivers' Championship, will McLaren ever recover?
As the sun goes down, the speeds go up.
I mean, McLaren lost 2 cars against once in 2007, and they immediately then went back and won the championship the next year.
It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand
It did
Prix.
take him another nearly 20 years to win a Constructors. But, you know, swings and roundabouts. All that good stuff. Right, come on then, chat. If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins right now. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick, come over to Twitch, bet some noggins, win some points on the stream. Obviously, we've got Q1, Q2, and Q3. So I'm going to do my first run on a set of the medium tyre. We ended up Q3 again in... Did we get Q3 in Jeddah? I think we... sorry, in Japan even. I think we did, didn't we? So, actually, our qualifying pace this year has been pretty good so far. But we'll wait and see what we can do here. Just going to let the AI get a run out there. So, we're looking for about... If we can get down towards a 30 flat, I'll be pretty happy with the first run. They did also, yeah, get disqualified in 2007. Oh, that April Fool's steak livery. This is being played on PC. Unless I'm playing NASCAR 25, basically everything I play is on PC. Actually, chat, I was looking a couple of days ago on my Steam wishlist. There's a lot of games coming out very soon. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. I think that comes out on Thursday. I probably won't do any content with it, but I'm looking forward to jumping on that. There's a new Wreckfest game coming out at the end of the start of next week. Obviously, we've got Assetto Corsa Rally, the start of next month. NASCAR 25 on PC. Project Motor Racing as well. There's a lot of stuff coming pretty soon. Between now and the end of the year. And probably a couple of other bits and pieces as well. Oh, there you go. Car feels much better through there. Much, much better through there. It feels weird to have so many games that I'm looking forward to dropping pretty soon. I do quite like Plants vs. Zombies. I always just find those games quite fun. And I kind of always forgot that they're on PC. The IndyCar game as well next year I'm looking forward to. MotoGP 26, NASCAR 26, IndyCar 26, F1 26, GTA 6. There are 6s next year. It's a... you know what, I'm going to say it's a good time to be a gamer. Maybe it's just my personal... because of the games I want to play, but I'm looking forward to it. I didn't actually see where we were stacking up so far on this run. But hopefully it's going to be fairly competitive. Whoa. Not if I do lines like that through the final corner. Game of the year for 2025. I think I might say NASCAR 25. I haven't played that many games this year, I should specify. But so far, I think NASCAR 25. Oh, yeah, I need to do that, don't I? Apologies. Give you guys the Delta. Our Midnight Club, if that game came back. That would be beautiful. So first run then. I mean, we've done pretty well. P12 on the harder tyre. We're 1.8 seconds off fastest, though. But McLaren look to be fast here. Oscar fastest in all 3 sectors by a good 10th or so. So that's pretty good going for him. We could get about a second away, which would put us around where Verstappen is. So, I actually played, for the first time ever, on Friday night, Mario Kart Tour. Because my mate that came around has a Switch too, so he brought it over. It's good fun, but honestly, I was a little bit underwhelmed. For my first time playing a new Mario Kart game, I was expecting it to be better. You do still win noggins if you're not here. Prizes are paid out anyway. I still enjoyed it, and like the tracks are quite fun and stuff, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I was hoping I would. And obviously the main reason why I didn't buy a Switch 2 when they released is because I was trying to move house. But honestly now I'm not so sure. I have ABS off. I don't run any assists on this game. I haven't tried Ghosts of Yotei or Death Stranding 2. I don't play that many kind of like big mainstream games, to be honest. Mainly, you know, most of what I play is racing games. And now apparently Plants vs. Zombies. But I understand obviously those games have had a huge fanfare as well.
And we've dropped to P12.
Right, well we still have a big advantage then. I'm pretty certain I got that medium lap quite well hooked up. But obviously we just need to try and find a couple of extra tenths. Make sure we are safely through. Well, into Q2. There's immediately lock at the rear slightly there. Just like caught it in towards turn 1. Just as you try and find the grip limit a little bit more. The car obviously wants to cry out. But again, I don't need to take big risk on this run. Obviously, there should just naturally be some time in the car. So, as long as I keep it tidy. Plus, we can kind of learn how much we can push in Q2, can't we? I basically use that set of mediums to get my eye in. So I think... Oh, there we go. We're going to make it through anyway, then. So the pressure's off. Even if I bin it now or spin or something. P15, we are through. I don't think Bortoletto is, though. I think he struggled. So has Sonoda. Far more interestingly, then. Yuki doesn't tend to suck as badly in this game as he has done IRL this year. So he'll be disappointed. Stroll is through, though. Behrman looks to be through. I just want to be about 7/10 up by the end of this run. Oh, not with lines like that, I will be. Easy. I mean, we're 6/10 up at the moment, though, so this is going to be a decent improvement. And hopefully it's going to put us in the top 10, make our statement intent clear and known to everybody else. Oh, I'm going to run out of battery again on the run to the line. There you go, 29 flat. That's pretty good going. Is Sonoda only 76 rated in this game? Staggering. Is that right? Is he that badly rated on this game? Oh, I mean, P6. That's pretty good going. We barely out-qualified quite a few people there in Q1. So happy with that run. But yeah, the McLarens look rapid. Charles Leclerc might just be able to keep up with them. I would expect Verstappen to be better a little bit later on. But who's out then? So Sonoda, Doohan, Sainz, Lawson, Bortoletto slowest, man. That's a bit of a shame. 1.6 seconds slower than myself. That's a little bit disappointing from the Brazilian. I expected better from him here. I don't know if he got held up. I don't know if he made a mistake. But that was a pretty bad lap. What's my racing seat called? I've got a Track Racer TR8, and it's just their bucket seat that I've got.
Okay, mate. Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Oh, is he 76 rated backwards, is he? It's not even a meme, it's just... I don't get it. I'm just too old. When did I become so old, chat? I use a Thrustmaster... no, I don't. I use a Fanatec CSL GTDD. With a Fanatec Formula V2.5X wheel. Yeah, I got old when, you know, life started happening. So I think we're going to need a 28 in Q2. So I might try and get out there fairly quickly. Albon's done a 28. I want to give myself enough time to go for 2 runs if I need it. Wait, what is? Oh, yeah, memes. I'm too old to understand
Right, that's us pushed
young
down into
people memes.
P15.
I mean, even when I was a young person, I was too old to understand young person memes. I'm just old. I've always been old, chat. It's just what happens. Right, I'm going to try and be a little bit cheeky. We seem to use a bit more battery on the lap than we've actually got in the charge. So I'm going to try and use a little bit there. In towards turn 1. I mean, you can really feel then. The rear end was trying to break free once again, but we held on to it. We've got to be a bit braver this time. Got to wind her up a bit more. Because I think making Q3 is going to be close. There's definitely the speed in the car. But we've got to try and get it nailed. There we go. Ooh. Oh, lock the rears again. That's not good. And again, I don't think it's cost us much time. This lap's coming together alright. Hopefully it's going to be enough. I'm not streaming on PlayStation, I'm streaming on PC. I just got to make sure I don't run out of battery on the run to the line. It costs you so much in this game. You are always better off saving a little bit of charge than just burning through it all. So Behrman's on a 29.5. He's currently right on the cusp. I think we'll go quicker than him. This lap's felt alright. It's felt pretty good. It's going to be 28.6. Okay. So, we're competitive here. Way more competitive than I was expecting. We're just finding time as this session goes on. Let's not forget I'm on 110 AI. I cannot make the AI any quicker in this game. But this Sauber, especially over 1 lap, does seem to come alive when you get it hooked up. Oh, welcome in, Andy. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Every single week, Andy drops that comment. And he won't anymore. I remembered how to block people on TikTok. Goodbye. I think, unless I block someone else. Oh, there we go. I did block Andy. Chat, I'm getting beefy now. I still miss the other guy that used to comment on all my videos. But that's weird. So, I forgot to warn you all as well, before we started. They are once again trying to re-tarmac the road outside my house. I actually went back and watched it on the stream last week. You can see at one point, when, like, one of those, what are they called? Like, the rollers? Like, they've got the huge thing on the front, just the big wheel. What are they called, chat? You know, like, obviously they've got, like, normal wheels at the back and then just, like, one huge one at the front. What's the name of those? No, not toilet roll. Steamroller. That was it. If one of them was going past, and you can literally see me as I'm racing because it was so, like, obviously shaking everything that I'm literally there going... It was like I was having my own porpoising. It was hilarious. Charlie, thank you for the follow, mate. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I I think we should be safely through, shouldn't we? I mean, Verstappen's right on the cusp. Charles Leclerc's right on the cusp. I mean, what a shock that would be if Verstappen goes out. But yeah, we should be safely through with that time, shouldn't we? P4 at the moment, quicker than Ocon. But we might be quite competitive here. And there we go. Ooh, Verstappen barely hangs on. Leclerc improved right towards the end. So Russell makes it through. Norris and Oscar Piastri both make it through. We make it through again into Q3. Ocon, Albon, Leclerc, Hadjar, Hamilton and Verstappen. So both McLarens, both Ferraris, a Merc, a Sauber, a Haas, a Williams and a V-Carb. 7 different teams into Q3. That's pretty good going inside this game. Camo, thank you for the follow as well, mate. I hope you're doing well. Prove you're on 110 AI. I can't see it, can I? Or can I see it, but I just can't change it, of course. Is it career settings? No, you can't even see it, which is a bit annoying. But it is on 110. There's no option anywhere to show it, is there? Which is like when you're in a session. I don't believe. Yeah, they are definitely. I think the AI will
Radio
get into the
check,
27s.
please. Radio check.
But still. Hey, welcome in, Matteo. I hope you're doing well, mate. Hayden, thank you for the follow. And Matteo as well. Thank you. Right, I've got 2 opportunities in Q3 then, chat. I want to see if we can get close to the 27s. Honestly, if I can match that time from Q2, though, I'll probably be quite happy. Because that felt pretty good. 28-2 from 20 AI would be wild. I don't even think with a maxed out car, 20 AI would run like a 128. I mean, I'm happy to show you guys again before we head into the race, but I know full well it's on 110. It's just the haters don't like to believe me. Alright, let's go. Use as much battery before we get to the line, but don't bother wasting any as you start the run. Oh, that's not lap gone. I think it's just because I blipped out of the throttle at exactly the right time there. I thought that was going to be lap time invalidated, but I'm not going to complain then. I mean, we definitely lost time from it. But, you know, I thought that was going to be try and charge back up the pack and go for another one. Don't use too much fuel. I mean, we are close to flat out through that chicane now. I think like a McLaren or Ferrari might be able to do that. Like a Mercedes or a Red Bull, but just don't quite think we've got the speed in the Sauber, got the confidence. I'm happy to prove it if people want me to, but I'm definitely on 110. Unless someone's broke into my house and changed it when I haven't looked. Which I'd be slightly concerned if that's why you'd break into my house. Oh, don't run wide. That was close. Yeah, this first lap's not been fantastic in the end. It's not been bad. But there's definitely some time on the table. Don't think I've got enough battery to use a little bit more on the run to the line. No, I did not. We're just going to run out. I mean, 28.6, only a tenth slower. We're quicker than Lewis Hamilton. We are the battle of the H's so far. Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Hadjar. We are winning that battle, which is good. Just breaking and stealing your halloumi pasta. I think there is some still in the fridge, to be fair. So you could do that. Can you add text to speak for streams? I believe on Stream Elements I have got text to speak enabled. I'm pretty certain. Dutch Nice Man. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, mate. I appreciate it. 3 months. Thank you. So I'm pretty certain, yeah, I've got text to speak, but I'll need to go back to the like race setting, I think, for it to work properly. So don't try it. Oh, so I can use my noggins. I don't think you can set that up, or at least I'm not aware how you can. Skill Sniper, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Speak to text. That'd be interesting. God, speak to text would not work well for me. I slur my words far too much. Oh, you can do it, can you? Fair enough. Skilled sniper as well. Thank you for the primer, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is a VTuber one of the ones that has like a character that is their face cam? Because I'll be honest, I don't understand that. Why would I want to watch someone as a fake character? Right, come on. One more qualifying run. Let's see if we can try and get this car any higher up the order. Could we out-qualify Lando Norris in a McLaren? Oh, not with rear lockups like that, we can't. Oh, come on. Oh, Oscar, okay. Oscar Piastri's just decided he fancies cooking now. As again, I make a mistake through those first couple of turns. One of the best opportunities to try and find some time on this lap, and I am bottling it. Whoa. Felt the car trying to snap out on me there. Look how much the throttle trace was through the chicane. That was crazy. Just trying to stop the rear end snapping. Oh, come on! Just trying to get on the throttle too early. We're losing so much because of it. Yeah, I think I've messed up this romp. We'll keep going right to the very end, but... I mean, we might find a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Don't corner cut. Don't corner cut. Ugh. Right, come on. We're still a 10th down. Nobody else seems to improve, though. Which is a little bit concerning. Ugh. Go, go, go. Oh, I ran out of battery again. No. I mean, consistency's there. It was just both laps were not perfect. We are inside the top 10, I believe, in Creator Series at the moment.
Wraps up qualifying,
which I'm quite happy with.
We'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
I mean, sensibly, you look up and down. Oh, Albon, actually, to be fair. I think we could have out-qualified Albon. But... then again, do I think there was another 3 tenths in the car? Maybe. I think had we got turn 1 nailed, had we got the chicane nailed, and then the exit at turn 10, we could have been there or thereabouts, but ultimately I'm out-qualified probably a few of the people I should have, and been out-qualified by a few of the people that I expect to out-qualify me. Piastri, though, half a second clear of anybody else. Lando Norris was a bit of a bottle job there. He went quicker in Q1 than he did in Q3. But P7, it's not the end of the world. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but it is a lap at the end of the day. And that's what matters. We definitely should have gone quicker than Lando, though. Get your predictions in then, chat. Ready for the race. This is a Fanatec Formula V 2.5X wheel. I have a link to Fanatec in the description if you fancy buying from them. If you use that link, you help support us as well. Does being consistently okay make you inconsistently great? That is a great philosophical question, Bradson. Bradson, always asking the questions others are too afraid to ask. Can I do any upgrades? Yes, I can. Wonderful. Get another chassis upgrade going then. Oh, I felt that one brewing for ages then. Apologies, chat. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a nice t-shirt, to be fair. It is very good quality. Real ones remember the Logitech sponsor wheel. Oh, that was a decent... I've still got that wheel somewhere. I think it's in my garage, actually. But I do definitely still own that wheel. The only issue I had with the Logitech wheel was, one, and I think they've updated this since then, was, like, I like my Fanatec wheel because it kind of is always trying to drag back to center. So if you've kind of got it like that, you can feel the wheel trying to slowly go back to straight. And the Logitech wheel didn't have that. So obviously you'd go like that and it would still just like quite happily keep going. That was a bit annoying. But I believe in a firmware update since then they fixed it. John Cena? Welcome on in, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I am using my setups in this career mode, yes. I use all of my own setups for everything I do. Surely P1 in the race. Honestly, this first season, I'm just happy if we can score points quite regularly. There might be a couple of tracks where we can win. Monaco, for example. Australia, we already won. Maybe like a Spa or something like that. But ultimately, I'm happy just to try and finish as often as possible and score some points. Rally on top. Thank you for the follow as well, mate. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the AI suck at Spa. I am reading my TikTok comments.
The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
Just seen a TikTok about allegations of me being 16. Sorry?
Able to add to their record today. We'll be racing
Who on earth is trying to claim I'm 16?
The magnificent Bahrain International
I don't think I've ever
Circuit.
seen anybody else
Keep
make a
an eye out for
TikTok
drivers
about
locking
me.
the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10.
Yeah, the engine will probably go bang now.
Before we begin,
yes,
let's
this
take
is
a
my
quick look
full-time
at the
job,
grid
ET.
lineup for today's race.
Oh, prove I'm on 110, didn't I? I forgot about that.
Oscar Piastri lines up.
Wait,
on
can I do
pole
that free
position,
race?
And starting next to them,
Can I
is
still show
George
you
Russell.
guys?
Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Alex
If I can have a
Albon,
look before we start,
and
then I will.
Norris. Hulkenberg, Hamilton,
Yes, I use my own setups in career mode. I use my own setups everywhere.
Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll.
Do I
and
need to quit
Tsunoda.
out so I can show you guys?
Ewan, Sainz, Liam Lawson, and Gabriel Bortoletto. Antonelli and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Oh, look at that. The Prima Duo on the back row.
And
Oh,
alongside
yeah, I
in
need
the
to put chat.
commentary,
There you go. Sorry,
always
chat.
look up to, which is easier said than
Who's
done.
going to get the first
Anthony
message back in?
Davidson. So we're getting close to the start of the race.
Oh, there you
What
go.
will this driver
It's
be
Borto
experiencing?
cooked.
Big nerves, big excitement, what?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Gruffy. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right?
I do.
How can I
You
be
can access all of my
optimistic rather than
setups.
what can go wrong, and
Matt212
how do I
Racing
protect
over
my
on
position?
YouTube.
Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that
I
position.
think F125 is on sale at the moment, isn't it? It's still a fun game. It's just not perfect. Right. Let's have a look. I can't. Yeah, I can't show you, can I? Why isn't there just a way that you can see your AI in a race? That is so stupid. Race song. Exclamation mark setups. Don't you get bored? Not particularly. I like chatting to you guys, is honestly why I do these at the moment. Plus, this is quite a fun series because it's a real challenge just to try and keep up. That is great. Even my mods can't remember it. Right. Career. Driver career. Oh, it's just going to take me straight. Is it going to take me straight into the race, or can we still have a look? I don't know. I want to see this TikTok, Josh. Am I Cole Palmer? Why do people think I'm Cole Palmer? I look nothing like Cole Palmer. Oh, you can't even see it, chat.
We're here again
That's annoying.
then at a circuit famous
I'm not going to watch the whole intro
and
again.
striding into
Why can't you just see it?
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Hey, welcome in, Emil. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
I would probably be slower to begin with, Harry, but it's more about consistency than anything else. Right, remember, Matt, the Sauber is a thirsty girl. I'm going to put 2.5 laps extra fuel in her, but hopefully we'll have enough to hang on. Do I want to start on hards? I think I want to keep the hards for later on. I'm going to start on mediums, we'll see how they last, and then maybe we go hards, maybe we go softs. What I don't want is to do like 15 laps on a set of hards, and then there be a red flag or something. And then, annoyingly, we get screwed over. There's probably no reason to get the Icon Edition anymore. I wouldn't bother, personally. Oh, I forgot there's no formation lap in this series. Right, come on then, we're going. That's probably the most underhyped I've ever done for a race start. I completely forgot there's no formation lap in this. I obviously did the George Russell career mode at the end of last week, so I kind of expected that. Anyway, Russell and Verstappen going wheel to wheel through the first couple of corners. Piastri's broken free immediately. As we have been able to hold on from Lewis Hamilton there. And look at that, Russell and Verstappen immediately trying to give each other a big old squeeze up towards the top of the circuit. And that is allowing Oscar Piastri just to run away there. Max moves up then into P2. But everybody else just trying to take it nice and easy. Through those first couple of corners. Ooh, Lando! Way earlier on the brakes than I was expecting. A little bit of a Constantina effect up down at the bottom of the hill. As we will get a nice run off the corner and try and do the old up and under. Fernando Alonso. We love it. Up into P6 we go then. I have overtaken a McLaren once again. Yeah, unless you want to put Senna and Schumacher over Apex GP. But even that, I don't think you can access anymore. Unless you bought the game early enough, I don't believe you get Apex GP. Because I see comments about it all the time. Playing as Hulkenberg a little too seriously, almost wiping out McLaren. I guess so, actually, yeah. Well, there you go. Russell struggling on this opening lap as we're under more pressure from Lando. JSE, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, Piastri's gone then. We are getting mugged off by everybody. Apparently, how bad is the straight line speed of this car? Oh no, why has Albon gone 3 wide? Russell's going backwards hilariously. Ugh, Alonso's still there. What? How is that not a warning? I'm so confused. Oh, why am I so slow?
Come on, you can win that place back.
Have I not? I've definitely got this series on strict. Ugh. Oh no. Come on, Alonso, back out. Thank you. Whoa, is Albon's up to 3rd? Alex Albon, P3. Love that at the moment for him. So it's going to be Albon and Hulkenberg trying to bring these midfield teams to the front.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Let Hamilton win for England. I don't think I'm going to have much say over Hamilton winning today. But I did already win a championship with Lewis, so there is that. Hey, welcome in, Sosa. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I feel like this might be a track where we're very, very good in qualifying and then maybe struggle a bit more in races. I mean, I say that now. That's basically what this Sauber is. It's not bad over 1 lap, but it seems to struggle a bit more in consistent long runs. That being said, though, most of these guys are on softs. So you would expect us in the opening couple of laps to kind of struggle a little bit. Or, where's Russell gone? What is going on there? I almost crashed into Russell and Hamilton in 1 corner. What was that? Yeah, I'm sure it's the driver that struggles. Now, just the way this Sauber car is, we've got to kind of underdrive it. It's a bit easier to put it all on the line over 1 lap. But trying to go 57 laps without ever overstepping the mark can be quite tricky. Race too short. I mean, most Formula 1 races now are probably just under an hour and a half. I know Jeddah next up will be a really quick one, hopefully. But we'll see. Yeah, Hertz is going to high-tech, isn't he? Ready for next year. Which is a bit weird, because obviously high-tech have normally got a pretty close relationship with Haas. So unless Haas are potentially considering offering him a drive at some point as well. Seems a bit of a sidestep, but there we are. Mikey, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, that's why they need to add 10 more laps. Again, I'm too old for that meme. Right, so Alonso and Lewis then are having a bit of a squabble behind. So we're hopefully going to leave them to kind of battle with each other. I just want to try and stick with Russell at the moment, as Lando now is slowly moving his way on up. But Verstappen is already going in pursuit of Piastri.
We're leading our teammate by 7.2 seconds.
Is this going to be a career mode where Max Verstappen is completely OP? I've never had one so far in this game, but I know Gary did. where Verstappen won like 9 races in a row or something mad. So we'll wait and see. The only person that has beaten Verstappen so far is us. And Ollie Behrman in the sprint in Shanghai, I think? I can't remember. Ooh, look on. Am I going out trick-or-treating soon? Probably not. Why don't you start with the soft? Because they completely fall apart here. They do not last long at all. After about 8 laps, the medium will be the better tyre. So although the AI have got a bit of an advantage at the moment, it will not last. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some of the medium runners struggle, though, early on. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, Tsunoda's done pretty well off the start then. Didn't he was like 14th on the grid still. He's up to P9, so he's having a good fight through. There we go. We're setting some new PBs. We're getting into a rhythm.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
It's just that braking to turn 1. It always tries to lock up. Go on, Matt. Get some sweets. Yeah, but if I want to get sweets, I don't go have to knock on strangers' doors. I just, you know, go to the shop and buy some sweets. It's one of the joys of being an adult with free will. I can just kind of go and get myself some. Softs work on F1 2020. I hate to break this to you. This isn't F1 2020. But you're right, they did on F1 2020. Exactly, Branson. It's that kind of thing we should be using free will for. So, it will be interesting to see kind of what the strategy is for others. Of course, as I mentioned before, this series, I will not be asking for AI strategy. So we're kind of always left in the dark a little bit. I would assume most people are going to be 2-stopping this tonight. I don't know. We'd probably have to get these tyres at least to lap 25 if I want a 1-stop. And honestly, looking at the figures early on, I'm not convinced that's going to be doable. But it might be quite an aggressive 2-stop. But that being said, though, kind of tyre wear, safety cars, red flags, that could really dictate the way this race goes. As Alexander Albon, who was running P3 not that long ago, yeah, that Williams' actual pace is starting to show. He's just beginning to struggle a little bit. Box for Inters. The chance of rain does actually go up in this race, but I think we need about 16 red flags before it will become an issue. I think the most red flags I've had in the race so far in this game is 3. I know I've had 2 quite a few times, but I think about 3 a couple of times as well. We're going to be running the Porsche GTP car, which I've never driven all too much, but apparently it's very good. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try and get Porsche that victory at Le Mans. Oh yeah, my old headphone wire. That was great. Ugh. Right, so Russell then isn't staying in the range of Albon. But I think very, very quickly, Russell and I, like I said, should have the speed on these mediums. Yeah, Matt will do CS because he's going to bin it in the Porsche. Who are you driving as, sorry? We're driving as Nico Hulkenberg. We will be doing pit stops. Ugh. Either someone's bulldozed the side of my house or someone's going past with one of those steamrollers. I can feel my pedals vibrating. Such a weird feeling. Oh no! So how come that's a warning but the other one wasn't? It's very weird. I'm doing very well, thanks Barry. I hope you are as well, mate. I can hear that over my headphones chat outside. I don't know how loud it is for you guys, but it's very annoying. A steamroller running over you would be quite painful, I think. Yono and YSTV, thank you for the follows. I hope you're doing well. So if I want to keep pace to try and get to 10k by the end of the year, I think we need to be up at about 8750 by the end of this month. I think we're closing in on 8600, but I'm sure you're going to have to go to some dark realms of the internet for that, Bradson. Matt, I don't believe has bottled it yet, DJ, but I hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, I don't really fancy finding that out, Bradson, I'll be honest. Here we go then, we're going to get a run.
0 seconds.
Nico Hulkenberg versus George Russell in towards turn 1. Battle of the medium compound runners, and there we go. We've got the grip and we've done it. That was easier than I expected it to be. So, we've got good speed. Connor, thank you for the follow. Right, we've got to try and get with Albon, though, nice and quickly. This should be about the time, like I said, where the medium probably becomes the tyre you want to be on. So I'm hoping that Albon maybe took too much out of his too early, or just begins to struggle a bit more. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get away from Russell, unless he makes an error. Hey, welcome in, Tater. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I might reach out to Logitech again and see if they want to hook me up. I mean, for all I know, maybe they've sent it to my parents' house. Because that'll probably be in the address I gave them. And my parents just haven't told me. Ugh. Exactly. I reckon let's just box to retire. I mean, I have an uncanny track record of DNFs in Bahrain. So I'm really hoping that isn't the case today. But we'll wait and see. There you go. That's our round. Russell breezing back by us.
Okay, we lost the
And
position.
hopefully we've kind of
Keep focused.
slingshot into the range of Albon now. Leclerc's still got decent pace. Hamilton just seems to be spending all day battling. And just losing places slowly. Well, I mean, where, sensibly, chat, where do we think we can come in the World Championship? Could we be in a fight for, like, top 5 this season? I think Verstappen should beat us. The McLaren should beat us. But apart from that, maybe a Leclerc, maybe a Russell. Kind of depends on how they get on, doesn't it, really? So, this is the thing, chat. So, tomorrow, Dad212 and I were going to be running the Martinsville 500. Except for iRacing messed up. And basically said it was going to be tomorrow, and it's actually Saturday. Because I was going to do that race with my dad. It was going to be carnage. So instead, we're hopefully going to do one in a couple of weeks. But I've got no idea if we're going to stream it or what. Hey, welcome on in, AVFC. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Am I right in guessing that's Aston Villa, chat? So my dad already does play iRacing. He does quite enjoy it. But just like everybody else, he hates the idea of having to put much more... He did, to be fair to him, he did buy a couple of tracks a couple of weeks ago. But my dad does do iRacing. Last 212, she's given it a go a couple of times on my rig, but it's certainly not something she'll get into anytime soon. Not like properly. But like my dad likes doing like MX-5s and Toyota GR86s. I think the longest race he ever tends to do is about 25 minutes. And we tried to do one of the Nürburgring VLN races together last year, and it didn't go well. He crashed twice in 45 minutes, and that was the car totaled. How did you win at Martinsville? I just find every single race you just get bumped in the rear until you get disqualified. I think if things go well for Max, he can win the World Championship this year. Speaking of, he's just taking the lead of this Grand Prix. So I think Russell now is going to be trying to look for a move on Albon. Should get your friend Jarno up here. I don't think I've ever actually spoken to Jarno one-on-one. I think I've ever met Jarno one-on-one. Actually, no, I've definitely met Jarno, but not, like, spoken to him personally. Jarno has potential. Maybe. I was too busy reading chat. Telemetry is called Race Labs. It is a PC-only piece of software, and you do have to pay for it. But it looks nice on the streams. It's more for, like, iRacing and stuff, but it does have a few bits on F1.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Yeah, we're really kind of just now settling into this race, aren't we? Just kind of trying to stay out of trouble. We've got a nice gap over Alonso and Tsunoda behind. Soft compound tyres now beginning to struggle. We're kind of just waiting for the first pit stops to be made. But we're doing okay.
Okay, mate, I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there.
Apparently I'm cooking the engine.
Get your head down now, chin up,
That's not good.
and let's focus right until the checkered flag.
Hey, well done, Barry. That's good going, mate. Are you doing Le Mans this weekend? Hey, welcome in, Fight. Hope you're doing well, mate. How loud is that outside, man?
Okay,
I do
so leading our
apologise, chat.
teammate by 19,
I don't know how
5
much it gets picked up on the mic, but my house now basically resembles a building site. Oh, no! Second warning. Right, come on. The fact I've picked up 2 just trimming that apex is rather annoying. Yes, this is the Barry I raced with back in WOR, who I had one of my closest ever league racing finishes with, after I followed him round for about 25 laps in Sao Paulo, and then messed up when I was trying to get a run to the line. I don't think I've ever had to try and do a race before where literally my whole rig is shaking. How many pillows do I sleep with? 1. Sometimes none. Computer specs, Ryzen 9 5950X with an RTX 3090. I want to do some PC upgrades soon. I think the first one I want to do is a new CPU for my streaming PC. I want to get that up to 16 cores. Yeah, we had some I really enjoyed that series. I think once we kind of got rid of a couple of the guys that were a bit dirty early on, we had a really good group of kind of guys that were fairly similarly paced, but also for the most part we were all pretty clean, which I think made it even more fun. There was a lot of good, respectful racing that campaign. A couple of little moments here and there, but that's always what you're going to get, especially with the F1 games. Oh, come on. Ah. Yeah, I'd probably just get a 9950X for the streaming PC, because there's no point spending the extra money on the 3D, just because I don't do any gaming. And the 9950X is actually slightly better for like productivity tasks because of that it hasn't got the X3D on it, like the extra technology. So yeah, I'd probably, because my streaming PC I think is a Ryzen 7 7700X or something with a 4070 Ti. So I was like, oh, I could just get a 9950X for that, and that would just give me a bit more performance. Because I do end up spending quite a lot of time, obviously, because basically my streaming PC I also render out most of my videos on, so I can save myself a bit of time with that. What's the best wheel for PS5? I would probably say go Fanatec. Get like the CSL GT DD or something. Matt's, yeah, just saying random numbers. Pretty much. Yeah, I'm using my college education. Exactly. Overtake the cars. Why didn't I think of that? Here I was just sitting behind George Russell forever, when I could have just overtaken him. I mean, to be fair, I had a look at, I think it was about lap 7, lap 8. We've basically not lost anything to Verstappen since then. So I think the medium tyres now are starting, they're definitely coming into their own. It's just Russell hasn't gone for a move on Albon yet. Exactly, Toaster. Yeah, so there'd be no point of me getting a 9950 X3D for my streaming PC, just because I don't need the 3D cache. And I'd rather have the high clock speed. Right, here we go then. Russell finally having a look for a move. Williams past and Williams present, going side by side, and well, Williams past wins out this time. And annoyingly, I was nowhere near close enough to ever have a look. Whoa. So Tsunoda's having a pretty good recovery drive so far. He's doing pretty well. So the other thing with this Sauber is sometimes it will melt through its tyres, which Bahrain is a pretty bad circuit for tyre life anyway. But I'm just getting a little bit concerned about how well the AI are doing on their softs. They're hanging on pretty well at this stage. Why do I not play with cockpit view for authenticity? Most people don't like watching cockpit view. People prefer watching TCam, generally. I am also a bit of a computer nerd, yeah. Although I don't know when, like, the 11th series Ryzen will come out. Maybe I wait for that if it's still on AM5, which I assume it will be. End of stream raping. If you're still live, Wooksbert, I will take a look, buddy. Right, come on then. Albon's going to go back for it on George. I mean, all I can do is basically watch this battle unfold. But Albon's going to struggle to make the move happen. So definitely the mediums are the way to go. Is this going to be my way to get in this fight? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Can we get 2 for the price of 1, chat? 3 wide up the hill. I don't know who had the DRS and who didn't out of the pair of them, but down the inside we will go. Come on. Squeeze George out. Oh, he just tried to stay there, but we've done it. Cheeky double overtake then. We just bide our time. And we have made it work. As you can see, oh, Piastri is down to P3 then, so he went very aggressive at the start. And is now beginning to struggle. Verstappen pulling away from both him and Norris. So yeah, Verstappen looking pretty good early on here. But how well are these mediums? Are we going to be able to try and take more time out of Leclerc? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I kind of got to decide when I want to do some big PC upgrades. Do I wait a little bit for the new generation when I've got the money? Or do I just kind of take what you can get right then and there? Oh, that was lucky. That could have been a warning. Shame I've cost myself bags of time. That's not even my first overtake in this race. We were just trying to hold on. I mean, the Williams can do pretty well keeping up with like a Merc or a Ferrari here. The Sauber can't. Although I guess we're not much worse now than those guys. There you go, Russell through. As long as they don't lose the spot to Albon as well.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
As I've said before, this season I just want to try and score regular points. That's the main goal. Hey, Toast, thank you for the bit, buddy. We are also saving for a new car for last 2-1-2. Oh, here we go. Oh, Albon. Oh, I thought he might give me the space, but we couldn't quite stay there. So, what you got to remember, chat, is of course that Matt212 and me are separate entities. So, Matt212 as a business has its own kind of revenue and income, everything like that. And then I pay me from that revenue and income. Because obviously Matt212 as a business now has other expenses. So, obviously I pay myself a salary, and from that salary, Last212 and I are trying to save from a car. Matt212 as the business, it's not tax evasion. It's just the way these things have to work. I don't evade taxes with it. It's just the way it works. So yeah, obviously, the business obviously has an income, and then I take some of that income to pay myself. Make me coke and strippers. I was gonna say that I wish, but I don't. Oh, there we go. Leclerc, finally, first one in. 2-2 Media is not based in the Cayman Islands, not yet, anyway. Think I'd have to be making a bit more money before I can do that. Or before it would make sense. But yeah, this was obviously something that when last 2-2 and I got together that I had to sort out. Was that obviously things like for applying for a mortgage and stuff like that. Obviously, yes, you can do that self-employed quite easily. But it is easier to kind of have all my business earnings going into one place where I can then pay myself, pay editors, you know, pay for software that I need, everything like that. Just pay for loads of random stuff I need for work. And obviously keep that separate from last 2-2 and I's earnings. But from the earnings that last 2-2 and I bring in, we are saving up for a new car for it. Last 2-2 needs a business vehicle. If she worked for me, that would make more sense. But ultimately, we kind of already know the car we want to get her, so that's what we're saving for. And obviously, if I ended up in a situation where Matt212, the business, has got a load of cash free, then obviously if I wanted to pay myself a load of extra money 1 month, I could. But it's not something I do at the moment. Well, there we go. Piastri and Verstappen then into the pit lane. And I become an investor in 2-2 Media. It is currently still sole ownership.
Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative.
Can you imagine M212 on a stock exchange? That'd be quite funny. Thank you for the bits, Toast. I appreciate it, buddy. When am I being compensated for my expenses? It is all that kind of thing, though, you got to think about, that people don't talk about very much. So, where does Verstappen come back out then? Verstappen's not that far behind us. So even if I did think a one-stop is possible, which I'm still not sure about, Verstappen would still have the pace on me. I think we can take these tyres a few more laps, and then we'll bolt on a set of the hards and see how far we can take them. I'm going to set up the hard so I don't forget. Don't do what I did in the Leo Fornaroli career mode a few days ago. What football team do I support? Support is an incredibly strong word, but my local club is Forest Green Rovers. So when people ask, I say I support them, despite the fact I've got no idea how well they're doing this year. Potato Meister and XNY, thank you for the follows. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right, so Lando into the pit lane then. So, I mean, 19 laps on a set of mediums on a set of softs, sorry, isn't bad going for the AI. Now it's just a question of can we overtake George Russell and take the lead of this race. I don't mind Bristol. I can't remember the last time I kind of properly went into Bristol. But it's alright. Normally if I'm going Bristol, I either end up at IKEA or Cribs. That's it. Because they're two easy bits to get to. AKA, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I do barely leave the house. Time to watch some NFL. I barely watch European football. I don't think I'm going to start watching American football.
The car behind its tyres are in a much better condition.
We are on lap
Need to keep
20
an eye on their
of
tyres.
57. Still a long old way to go in this race. And then we've got another race to go after that. Out with Jeddah. Oh, come on. So Max then, he's on another set of softs, so he's definitely two stopping.
Should be feeling the effects
But
of
he is
some
running
tyre wear
aggressive
soon, so
early.
stay on your toes.
Right, when is George going to pit though? That's the other real question. Oh, come on. Russell's staying out at least another one then. Can we take the Grand Prix? I just want to say that I've led.
Now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Gap to your
To the
teammate
inside.
behind, 25.9 seconds.
We actually, oh, we've just fully outbraked him there. I wasn't expecting George to be so slow. No! Sorry, George. I think I scared him as much as I did myself then. Verstappen's going to gain a load on the pair of us, and now we're just fighting up at the top of the hill. Easy does it. I honestly thought the car was going round then. Somehow we held on to her. What car are you going to suggest then, Toast? I'm intrigued now. We managed to hold on to her that time. Yeah, we need 4 new tyres and some fresh underwear, please, at the pit stop. I think yeah, if we can get the car to like end of 26, then we should be able to make it happen. I don't think the one stop is much quicker here, but you know, it basically just opens up doors with like a safety car or a red flag or something later on. Get last 2 into a GTD Mustard or a Raptor. I love the fact I know you meant to say Mustang, but a GTD Mustard sounds better. Oh, I'd love to go to Daytona. I'd love to go to like Martinsville or Bristol as well. Oh, yeah, I don't think she'll have one of those. Considering she already had a Fiat 500 before, I don't think she'd want one of those. Right, here we go then. We've got a 3-way battle for the lead now. This tyre warning light has just flashed up. Can we leave Verstappen and George to fight behind me? That's the real question. I don't know how I got the DRS, but I did. Oh, there we go. Hulk's done pretty well then. Oh, sorry, Bortoletto even.
Gabriel is in the pits
Big
now.
G, as he's known. Yeah, these rears now are struggling. Really beginning to struggle towards the end of this stint. So we've got to look after them. Next race for F1 IRL is Mexico this weekend. If you're asking about what race I'm going to, I've got no idea. I've got none planned, sadly. I wanted the Oscar Piastri one, but they didn't have it available at the time. And I was sent this one for free, luckily, so I kind of had to take what I could. Ooh, Russell and Verstappen are having a ding-dong. Wonderful. I knew I could count on them to bully each other to let me run away. Although I would assume now George is probably going to pit. Got to be careful as well. Ideally, I don't want to be undercut by Alonso or Tsunoda. Well, there we go then. So we've got a bit of a gap as Russell and Max still battling wheel to wheel.
Push hard on the in-lap.
Oh, Lando's involved now. Okay. So Verstappen's been really screwed over in all of this. So George Russell now... Oh, they're 3 wide! Right, run away. Just run away. All I can do. Has Verstappen made it through? No, he's still battling with Lando. I'm just trying to escape this. Back end. Come on. Easy does it. Easy does it. Did you know this person before you said that to them, Branson, or? God, these tyres are so slidey now. If we have one big moment or one spin, this gamble probably won't have been worth it. I've got to try and hang on to her as best as I can, but... I'd like to visit most F1 tracks, to be honest. I think pretty much all of them I'd love to go see at some point, but... Oh, come on. Yeah, nothing we can do against Norris. Absolutely running away from us. I think, yeah, the McLarens and Verstappen are just a bit too quick today as well. The Dutchman talking of the devil. Trying to have a look down the inside at T1. Right, come on. Go, go, go. Should go to Monaco and gamble. I'm not really much of a gambler, I'm afraid. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to keep the DRS off of Lando, are we? It's not going to happen.
Nico, and Verstappen's behind.
Hey, thank you for the
We wanna
gifted
keep them
membership,
behind,
Jamie.
please.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Super critical for our strategy.
Thank you, my friend. Wait, why have the team told me I've got to try and keep Verstappen at bay for 8 laps? How is that going to be possible? Oh, come on. Hey, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm normally in bed at 10 PM. I'm not much of a gambler. I don't know how those two things correlate. I could do early evening poker or something, but... Yeah, I've got to try and keep Max back for 8 laps, apparently. When you're up at 6:30 most days, chat, 10 o'clock is as late as you want to stay up at night. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Norris is gone.
Unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but
I mean,
let's
Russell's
not worry
still
about
out
it. Get your
here,
head
so he
down,
might be
chin
trying to
up.
make the
There's a long
one-stop
way to
happen
go.
as well. Oh, come on. I'm just trying to nurse these tyres now. Exactly. But do you normally stay up much past 10 o'clock, Dart? They created the Vegas race specifically for generals to come gamble and watch racing. I mean, has it worked? I've never read an article stating that, like, Vegas gets an increase in gambling revenue when the Grand Prix is in town. I'm sure that there might well be a correlation, but I've never read anything about it. We will box probably the end of next lap. I mean, we were, what, about 10 seconds behind Leclerc before I pit? But I think, yeah, Russell, Hamilton and I are all trying to make the one-stop happen. So not much avail at the moment. The big one is going to be about whether we're comfortably ahead of Albon or not towards the end of the race. That's going to kind of be the deciding factor. So Verstappen's beginning to struggle a bit. Oh, Dart, no. Can't be doing that. I think I've done one proper all-nighter in my entire life, and I regretted it so much. It's always the things like that as well, is how long it takes you to then feel better again. Bonfire Night is the 5th, I believe. It's on the 5th every year, isn't it?
And gap to the car in front, 1.9 seconds.
God, tyres are really giving up now. I'm impressed with... Oh, it's because we still had Russell behind me. Oh, Russell's pit, I think. Yeah, George Russell's dived in. Hamilton's pit. So they're struggling a little bit more. at this stage. What are the tyres up to? 73% on that rear left. It's not horrendous, it's not great, but we are definitely going to pit now. Bolt on those hard tyres to take to the end. Honestly, points are the goal as always in this series.
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember
Did two
the
all-nighters
speed
in a
limit.
row?
Be
Good
penalised if we
lord.
exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Sorry, I kind of slid in then. That was not where I wanted to go, Piastri, I apologise. I've held him up though a little bit, which might help us out towards the end. Ooh, there we go. That was alright then. Basically 27 laps, so we've only got to do 30 on the hards. So I'm hoping we've kind of taken the pain a little bit early, and that the hard tyres should be good towards the end. I expect Hamilton and Russell to undercut me, but they do seem to have both been held up a bit, as that was a good stop as well. If we can come out still ahead of Hamilton, we'll be doing pretty well.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled
There goes
pit stops.
Pierre
Let's go.
Gasly, who I believe hasn't pit yet. Look at that, we've stayed ahead of Russell. Okay. We're not in a bad spot at the moment. Because he's also on hard, so he's definitely trying to one-stop. We're doing alright. So, with Le Mans, I will probably sleep at some point. We'll kind of see how we're getting on, what's going on with the race, and kind of how stints are working. But I will hopefully get some rest. Because the thing is, we've got Jay, who's American in. So he will be able to do quite a lot of the late night stints for us. Cam will always do weird and wonderful hours. Eugene, as long as he's not got a rolling blackout or something like that out in Ukraine, he might be able to get up, obviously, because he's 2 hours ahead. But we'll wait and see. Alright, come on then, we need to try and get to Pierre. I need the DRS ideally. I'm not going to get the DRS, that's annoying. I think if I was going to go to a US Grand Prix, Kota would probably be the one I'd pick. Although it was incredibly warm this year, wasn't it?
Okay,
I'm
so
sure
we're
he
leading
would.
our
I'm sure he'd
teammate by
understand.
16.0 seconds.
Come on. Wish we could race one day in iRacing. You never know, Sosa. You never know.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Right, I think our race now is probably just going to be with George for the rest of the afternoon. Maybe we get close to like a Lando and an Oscar once they pit again, but I think they're going to have too much speed late on. I think the other one, maybe Charles Leclerc, but I think he's actually looking pretty competitive now. As Verstappen's pace seems to have fallen apart in this second stint. Oh no, I've got to drink water. I will do that when we get to a straight. Right, come on. Oh, I mean, George is just pulling away from me. Yeah, I think if I had to rank like the US Grand Prix that I'd like to go to, it'd probably go Kota, Vegas, Miami. Right. Oh, there we go. I could have probably taken my other hand off the wheel, that would have been easier. But we survived. Thank you for the bits, Toast. I appreciate it, buddy. So I don't know as well whether Cam's going to run it on his main account or his second account to help with the iRacing. I think Zach Brown obviously wants Lando to win, but as I keep saying though, I do genuinely get the impression that Andrea Stella quite likes Oscar. Just tries to keep it a bit more low-key. We are currently in P10, but strategy's a bit weird at the moment. There's quite a few guys that haven't pit, or need to pit again. We're planning on trying to go to the end, as we are basically a half distance. Oh, that could have been a penalty. As long as I'm back in the range of George, that's kind of the important bit. Which I think we will. Wonderful. So it does seem, yeah, like we've got pace to match the Mercedes today. Which, hopefully, as we get more and more upgrades rolling in, we're just going to be more and more competitive. Yeah, so Gary did say to me he's definitely, or he's planning on coming back for Daytona 24 in the new year as well. So I'm hoping this weekend is like our first real chance just to test a full 24-hour stream. And then, obviously, hopefully we'll try and tick off a few more of them next year. Daytona, maybe Spa, Le Mans, Nürburgring as well would always be good fun. Problem is with Nürb is it's normally right when F1 comes out, the new F1 game. So it's always a bit difficult. And a lot of the other guys don't like doing Nords. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at it, Sosa. Because you're based in America, aren't you, buddy? Which always works out nicely. We've normally got a few from Europe and a few from America. So hopefully, it would mean that obviously we cover off more time slots. We did used to have a couple of Australians that raced with us, and that was really useful. We basically had all time zones covered. It was fantastic. What changes do I want to see on F1 26? I've got a video coming out about that basically tomorrow. Oh, sorry, Dart. I missed that one. I will have a drink down the front straight. Oh, I think George now is in the range as well.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
I need to up that drink water one. I also need to go refill my water once we finish this race.
You've lost
Because
some
I
time
would
to the car
not be
behind.
able to go through another one without having a drink. Yeah, so James Early's PC a couple of years ago couldn't handle Nürb. But that's because Nürburgring takes up a load of RAM for some reason. Oh, Pierre! Don't scare me like that, boy. Yeah, I did speak to James as well. He did finally come back to me. But ultimately, he doesn't want to do Le Mans because he hasn't got an iRacing sub at the moment. I think, did he stream F1 2014 a couple of days ago? Otherwise, I feel like I've seen very little from Mr. Early recently. So I don't know what's going on, bless him. Oh, come on, there we go. Petite Le Mans is always good fun. I enjoyed doing that a couple of weeks ago. Happy we got a big result. That's because you guys kept, did 12 drink waters or something ridiculous. I can only neck so many pints of water. When is Pierre pitting? I assume he's pit once, of course, that's how he ended up here. But what is kind of his game plan in this race? I'm very confused. Either way, let's try and make the move. Yeah, defend it if you want, buddy. Give me the racing line. I don't care. Hopefully, he'll keep Russell at bay. Wonderful.
Brilliant. Nice move. Keep
So
going.
there we go. Hamilton has now reeled us in as well, so... yeah, we're going to be in a fight with the Merc and the Ferrari towards the end. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Why am I now suddenly struggling? As soon as I get clear air, this sour seems to get worse. I was hoping that Gasly can hold up Russell and Hamilton a bit. And to be fair, he is. But I was hoping we could try and pull away a little bit more than we are. So Tsunoda and Alonso then are both double soft. So as long as we're ahead of them, we're looking pretty good when they pit. But I would assume the AI will be pitting in about 5 laps. We've not heard from Mustafa in a long old while, bless him. I know a couple of guys have reached out to him, but I don't think anybody's heard anything back. 3 reasons to dislike Florida. Oh, yellows! Tsunoda! No! I was looking at the mini-map! Oh, I'm an idiot!
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow
I've had a
flag
track
ahead.
limits penalty for 3 warnings for barely cutting that corner over and over, but
Okay, we've been given a time
plumes
penalty.
of smoke
We'll go
coming out
against
the back of the
that
Red
finishing time
Bull.
at the end of the race. Get your head
And
down
Yuki
let's get it
Tsunoda,
done.
well, he finally finished his first race of the year last weekend. Got a P2
Okay,
at home.
clear.
But that is still the only race he has finished so far this season. So heartbreak for Yuki, as he is out yet again this season. But Gasly seems to be able to hold off Russell still, so we just got to keep trying to pull this gap out as best as we can. I can't quite fathom just how many mechanical failures Yuki's having early on. Actually, was Australia a mechanical, or did he have a crash? I think Yuki binned it in Australia, did
Okay, gap
and then has had
ahead,
2 mechanicals.
2.5 seconds.
His only finish so far was a P2 at his home Grand Prix. Right, come on. Go, 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 go. I want to try and get in the range of Alonso. Yeah, I've seen AI have, I think, 3 DNFs in a row. Like, just mechanicals. I don't think I've ever seen more than that, though. So I think Hamilton and Russell now are maybe holding each other up a bit. That's why they're not getting past Pierre. It's all getting a little bit confusing at this stage. Basically just trying to drive fast and see what happens. So I think we should have been ahead of Yuki anyway by the end. Because of course he needed to make another pit stop. But he might have closed back in on us. That's maybe just giving us a bit of a lifeline. What it is a competitive car that's gone. But luckily now we're into a position where that penalty wouldn't affect us. How do I rotate the video? If you go onto my channel, Baby Yoda, you will find the full vertical stream. Or horizontal. Horizontal stream. I stream both in horizontal and vertical. Hey, welcome in, Camille. Hope you're doing well. Oh, there we go. We got the range on Alonso. That's wonderful. So I can start saving a little bit of battery again.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Oh, come on. Don't get more warnings. Stay out of trouble. I'm hoping now we don't get like a late race safety car or a red flag or something. Otherwise, they're going to be in a world of hurt. That being said, though, if we did, we have got a couple of sets of soft compound tyres still to use. That have only got 1 qualifying run on them. So we are kind of ready for anything if the worst comes to the worst. I don't think I'm going to be able to do an Alonso move on Alonso, maybe. Okay, we are. Wonderful, thank you. And we'll have the DRS
Nice
as
work,
well.
mate. That brings you up a place.
Beautiful. Make sure I don't give Fernando the DRS back. So, I mean, looking at it then, Piastri 16 seconds up the road. It seems like the battle's mainly between Leclerc and Verstappen in front. But of course, all of those guys have got to pit again. But I think we would get back ahead of Oscar. But honestly, apart from that, we're kind of basically where we should be. We should obviously jump Albon as well, of course, when they all pit. But Even once they pit, I don't think we'll keep up with them or anything like that.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 4.1 seconds.
Oh, poor Toast, man. Are we... Yeah, we're not really gapping Lewis, are we? But I don't think we're losing too much either. Kind of just depends on where you are on the lap. I think we're doing alright against Hamilton.
Okay, that's 4 seconds to the next car. Push, push.
Yeah, we've got to try and close in on Albon. We can be back to him before he pits. That works out well. I've been quite impressed though with this Sauber once again. It's held on better than I thought it would. It's done pretty well here. Poor Toast. Yeah, we're taking good time out of Albon. We're actually taking a little bit of time out of Piastri as well at the moment. But not enough that I think it's going to save us come the end of the afternoon. Track limits are on strict. I've never really done any kind of competitive go-karting or anything, sadly. I just do sim racing. There we go. Albon in. Piastri in. Verstappen in. So these are going to be the guys we're battling with towards the end. Will we get the jump on Max, actually? Yes, we will. Okay. It's not bad. So Norris has absolutely dominated this one in the end after struggling in qualifying.
Just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
So Verstappen will be quick. But even if we can just keep up with him for a few laps, that would be useful. Just to help us towards the end of the race. Of course, it looked like... I mean, technically we are still one of Verstappen's closest championship rivals. But I don't think it's going to stay that way. There we go. Norris is in. I'm sure Leclerc will also be in then. Or is Leclerc going to try... Oh, no. Yep, Leclerc's in. He's not going to try and extend the stint or anything like that. Oh, come on. I pressed up shift there. I think we'll let Verstappen have it so I can get the DRS. There we go. Just make sure I get that free extra bit of time off of him. Not going to try and hold the Dutchman up. Don't need an enemy in Verstappen this early on. Hey, you know what? We're not that far away from... I mean, technically now we are on the podium places again. We can just keep up with Max. That would be glorious. Not that I expect we'll be able to. Because he is on like 10 lap fresher softer tyres. I think the big one now is going to be whether we can keep the gap over Lewis.
Focus on charging it up, please.
It's whether he can keep up with Leclerc or I can keep up with Verstappen. And how that kind of affects things. Because Hamilton seems to be a couple of tenths quicker than me a lap. Oh, that's close. Come on, nose him. Of course, yeah, Verstappen will be rapid. Norris is on hards, though. Interesting call towards the end, but shouldn't do him much damage. It's kind of just weird how sometimes the AI can struggle on certain tyres. It all works out in a rather peculiar way on this game. Well, we are at 2/3 distance, though, so we are getting through this first race of the day. Go, go, go! Don't lose the DRS. There you go. See, we put a second on Lewis this lap. But I probably ran out all my ERS, sorry, trying to stay in the DRS of Verstappen. So I think we're going to immediately lose that by the time we get into T1. There you go. Max, another new fastest lap of the day. Ah, there we go. With the DRS, we're able to keep up with him. Oh, come on. Is he going to be able to close in on Lando Norris towards the end? That's the other question. I'm not going to try and hold up against Leclerc. We have just got to think about our own race. Oh, and immediately do that. Hey, well done, Dippity. Congratulations, buddy. I wish you all the best. No. Don't lock up. I'm so confused. I've just read Dart's message and I've got no idea what the context is. Yeah, this is Bahrain. Yeah, we're really starting to pull away from Lewis again. Don't know why he's struggling. Maybe he's now battling with Piastri even? That's another one that should breeze past us at some point.
Ahead, 2.0 seconds.
Man with no name, says grown man. Not quite sure what is meant by that, but welcome. You banned toast on kick, please. I'm a little bit busy at the moment. Oh, there we go. Big G back into the pit lane. Haven't really seen much of him today. Don't believe he's running in the points. This has kind of been a bit more of a traditional weekend, where apart from Hulkenberg and Albon, I guess, most people have kind of been where you would expect them to be. I've behaved well. Exactly, yeah. This grown man owns a house by playing games. Glorious, isn't it? Oh, we got a spinner. That looks to be, I believe that's Sainz then that's gone round. So Carlos Sainz beginning to struggle. Just one little snap of oversteer. Oh, I should have been more strategic there. I should have let Leclerc give me the DRS again. I'm not going to be able to keep up with these guys towards the end. Honestly, chat, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know whether the one stop or the two stop would have been better today. I feel like we're hopefully going to end up basically where I would have been anyway. Like, I think we wouldn't have had the pace to keep up with a lot of these guys, so we kind of had to try and roll the dice a little bit. And there's still a chance of a safety car or a red flag or something. I don't have the mental age of a 5-year-old. How dare you? An 85-year-old may be more accurate. I mean, Jeddah will be a pretty simple one-stop in theory, but wing damage will be the big one there. 5.5.
Okay, no issues.
If you want to see lap times and things like that, Jamie, head over to my YouTube channel and find the other live stream I'm doing right now. That'll give you all the information you need. Well, apart from pit stops, because I don't need to make one. Oh, that's going to cost me the DRS. That's annoying. I don't think I'll stay in the range. Oh, I might just get back in the range. Oh, there we go. We just held on to Leclerc. Whoa. Easy. We are on 110 AI. 110 AI, no assists, 100% races. This is basically sensibly as difficult as I can make this game for myself. This is full hardcore mode, apart from cockpit cam. Oh, no, I left the battery on. That was not good. That could have been a disaster. So yeah, Hamilton's really dropping away now. I don't know if it's because I've had DRS or what, but we've got almost 6 seconds now over the Ferrari. So as long as we manage this towards the end. But I mean, yeah, talking about the 1 versus the 2 stop though, we would have been battling with Albon if I 2 stopped. So I think this has worked out pretty well. I think for us today,
Okay,
with the way
here's
the
gap
AI's
which
pace
raises
has
the
been,
car ahead by
okay.
2.3 seconds.
With the way the AI's pace has been, I think the 1 stop was worth the gamble. Oh, come on. Don't start losing focus now. I've got another whole race to do after this. Can't lose focus now. Come on, we got basically 1/4 of this race to go. We're doing pretty well. Tyres feel good. They're hanging on quite nicely. What's the tyre wear, actually? Tyre wear is actually very low. Again, it's that rear left that kind of takes most of the kind of brunt of it around here. But we're doing pretty well. I just need to make sure I get that ERS charge up. I need to get more objectives. Gotta try and get Hulkenberg's rating. There we go.
Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go.
Oh, Verstappen! Verstappen's got issues, chat. Max Verstappen's out of the Grand Prix. Both Red Bulls out of it. And our World Championship leader, mechanical failure by the looks of it. Is it that, or is it a puncture? He's going slow. He's stopped. It is a mechanical. Both Red Bulls out of the Bahrain Grand Prix, just like they did back in 2022. And a heartbreak for Max Verstappen, our World Championship leader. Suddenly we are back into the podium places, but it's not going to matter for long, because immediately Oscar Piastri will deny us there. But crazy scenes later in the day, and well, reliability has dogged Yuki Tsunoda so far, but looks like it's affected both cars. Oh, can't believe that. At least that hopefully means it won't be us that gets a mechanical then, because we've already seen the AI now have 2, but both Red Bulls out of this race, chat. Crazy. Right, how long can I keep up with Piastri, or will his mediums fall off towards the end? I've completely forgot we were battling with Russell throughout a lot of the early stage of this race. And now we got a decent lead over George. Oh, come on. I think we might have the speed to keep up with Oscar towards the end. But obviously that penalty will cost us. It should be there, Jamie. It's definitely there, because I got people on YouTube commenting. Ooh. I can only assume a red lorry went past. My whole room went red then. That was weird. I have been to IRL Grand Prix. We're still live on YouTube, aren't we, chat? Both vertical and normal. It should be there. Can you force the AI to take a penalty? No, sadly not. Although I have seen it. I saw Oscar Piastri get done for an illegal overtake on me at Monaco. Just once. That was a bit peculiar. No, not Matt212 YT. Matt212 gameplay. So the same channel that this live stream is on. Oh no. Another warning. Come on. That's the first one since the penalty, I think. We killed YouTube. Yeah, vertical stream's okay. We are checking. We are checking. Oh, come on. Oh, nose in. Yeah, both YouTube streams are okay. That's alright then. I always just get a little bit nervous. Oh, I should have stayed in the range. Yeah, I think Piastri's gone for good now. But again, we are still pulling away from Hamilton. Nico Hulkenberg, P4. He's come fourth here in Bahrain before, I believe. Back in 2014, I want to say. Hey, welcome in, Jamie. Wonderful.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap.
Matty, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Oh, come on. Ugh. I don't want to get another penalty. I know we've got the gap over Lewis at the moment, but if we end up with 3 seconds, I can kind of cope with that. It does make me chuckle with Hulkenberg finally getting that first F1 podium. That arguably, on paper, it's probably in the least competitive F1 car he's ever had. He had so many podium contending cars back at Force India and Racing Point. And then he finally gets one
Okay,
at his
keep an eye on
second
that
time
gap
with
ahead,
Sauber.
please. 2.2 seconds.
Monaco night race. That would be quite cool, but I think the locals would have something to say about it. I don't think they would fancy that. What's the best wheel and base for under £500? Depends what platform you're on. Are you on Xbox? Are you on PC? Are you on PlayStation? Then, oh no. Then I can give you some recommendations. Come on, Matt. Hulkenberg has also had a lot of bad luck throughout his career. Absolutely. But he did also squander his own opportunities a few times. Xbox, I would recommend looking into the Moza R3. Make sure, obviously, you get the Xbox version. But that would be where I'd start. I have a Moza link in my bio as well if you want to buy through them. If you do, you help support us in the process. Oh, here we go. What's my question time, Smurf? We've only got 10 laps to go, and I think things are hopefully winding down in this GP, so let's have a good one. Since his debut, can you name the 10 different winners of the Bahrain Grand Prix? So, you've got Verstappen, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, Nico Rosberg, Schumacher of the Michael variety, Raikkonen, I'm pretty certain. How many have I named? This is my full-time job, yeah. I create content full-time. Leclerc won in 2022.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead.
Did Kimi? I thought Kimi won 08.
4.0 seconds.
Was it Massa the 108 then? I knew it was one of the Ferraris. I'm missing... Oh, and Alonso, of course, 2010. Is that all of them? Oh, I can't complain, Reese. It's you guys that make it all possible, though. If you guys didn't watch all the content, then I wouldn't be able to do this, so... Thank you, thank you, thank you. Massa, Alonso, one more. Oh, Button, of course, 2009. Lewis, thank you for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. There we go, chat. Look at that. 10 out of 10. Perez in Sakir doesn't technically count, because that was the Sakir Grand Prix. I think Leclerc has got the speed to win a World Championship. It would be interesting to see him in a World Championship capable car again.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 5
Like, just to
tenths
see
a
if
lap.
his consistency is finally there. Ah, toast. Have I? Yeah, I think I've only picked up track limits warnings in that one corner all day, haven't I? The exit of turn 2. Or like the apex of turn 3. He says as he immediately locks up down at 9 and 10. Hi Matt, had a random question. What's your first name? Oh, R25 will just go all out and get SimiCube. You're just on PC, aren't you, Sosa? I mean, they're both only PC, aren't they? I would say probably the SimiCube. Just because there's a bit more kind of compatibility you can do with like different wheel rims and stuff. But the Moser, I think, is a very good wheel as well. It depends. If there's a couple of Moser wheel rims that you really like the look of, then you could just go with that. I think either way, you're going to have a very good wheel. I want to get active pedals. Moser do active pedals, don't they? I think. Hey, welcome in, Ashley. Hope you're doing well. Come on.
7 seconds is all that separates you and the car ahead. Let's go.
Yeah, we're keeping the gap pretty stable to the guys around us. We're holding on pretty nicely at this stage. Oh, is SimiCube's miles ahead? If you're on PC though, Sosa, if you want the active pedals, but you want the Moser base, just plug the pedals directly into your PC, and it'll work really easily. So you can have the best of both worlds if you'd rather have the Moser base. That's not a problem at all. In fact, for quite a while, I had my Fanatec pedals plugged directly just into my PC. Can't remember why. Yeah, if that's what you want, that's really easy to do. That's exactly what I've got for AM, a Fanatec Club Sport. Oh no, not the Club Sport, I got the CS, the Formula V 2.5X. But the Club Sport wheel as well is a pretty good one. Yeah, I would always say if you're on PC, you don't have to worry too much about making sure your pedals match up. Because obviously you can just plug them directly in and it doesn't cause an issue. Matt could win a Ferrari championship. I already did on this game. We already made Hamilton world champion. Even the mode of pedals are 1K USD. Oh no! No, 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 no! I've done a Sebastian Vettel late on in the day. Oh man. Oh, Hamilton's gonna go through. Is Russell gonna have me? Damn it! What is that?
Come on, you can win that place back.
Oh no, now I've got to try and get back ahead of him and build up the gap again. Oh, bottle job 212. Oh, come on. Come on. Ugh. I need to try and get back past Lewis as quickly as possible. I don't want to spend any extra time battling with him. There we go. We'll try and cost him a bit of time as well as we move through. If we can get back at the DRS immediately, we should be good. I got no idea what even happened there. Just the back end completely snapped round on me. Was I on the battery or something? Did I completely mess it up? Oh, I'm not even going to get out of the range. I've got to try and leave these two battling each other or something. Come on. I think George is still struggling. Hamilton is faster than you. Yes, he is. Look at that speed. Right, we'll claim the DRS. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, don't now. Come on. I think these tyres are just getting a little bit leery. Oh, no, safety car. What's happened? Haas has gone.
Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive.
What is happening late on in the day?
Slow down, maintain positive delta.
I got to take new softs. I think we've got to take softs towards the end.
They're out of this race.
Oh, chat. I think we had this in the Hamilton career mode as well, didn't we? All got dramatic right at the very end. Oh, no. I mean, this penalty might completely screw us here. But it is going to give us an opportunity. Yeah, we're on a used soft, but they're fine. They've only done one lap in qualifying. So they will be fine. Oh, Lewis. Really? I'm allowing myself to rewind there. Yeah, there was no reason for him to brake on the exit of the corner. Look at that. He just stopped off the corner for no reason. He's nowhere near his delta. He doesn't need to do that. I'm not having that one. Sorry, Smurf, but I'm not having it. I always say I leave the rewinds on in case the AI do something stupid, and that was something stupid. Hey, welcome in JX. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, there you go.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
Come on. How have we got so much delta still? Oh man, I'm gonna lose. I think so. We might drop a few spots, but it's gonna be worth it. I was hoping that the delta would stay out and we come out ahead of Alonso still, but that's not gonna happen. Ooh, that was close. So we're basically, I mean, if we can recover somehow and get a big result still, we're gonna be on much fresher tyres than everybody else. So it shouldn't be the end of the world, but we're gonna come out ahead of, I believe it's Ocon. So this is a big old race.
Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. You'll be able to push sooner once these scrub tyres are up to speed.
So the latest the safety car come in is the end of lap 57. Sorry, end of 55 even. We have to get 2 clean laps to the flag. I will probably, yeah, now get crashed into on the restart. Absolutely. So yeah, these tyres have got a little bit of wear on them, but not a lot. I guess my thing is, if we stayed on that old set of hards, we weren't going to be able to pull away. So we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't at this stage. But hopefully we can still score points. My birthday is the 21st of Feb. Hence the 212. Ideally, I would like safety car come in end of next lap, but I don't think that's going to happen. TDS, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Karma, yeah, will probably get me. I mean, I didn't cause that safety car. I believe that was Behrman. But still annoying. Expect a present in your letterbox. I'd be far more concerned that if you've managed to work out where I live, if you've doxed me. A court summons. What, for using a rewind on an F1 game? I'm going to go to court? You're having a laugh. I think the game will give us the extra lap of safety car, to be honest. I mean, we might win this race on the road now, but that penalty is going to cost us. Imagine if we somehow win anyway. Be like NASCAR 25. You can pit on that game and then suddenly your tyres are OP. 2018, I think, was... Oh, no, I'd say 2017 was probably a better title fight. I know, at least we'll get 2 laps of racing inside this series. And luckily this isn't to decide the championship. Verstappen's going to be leading anyway. Right, come on. Gotta find my Zen chat. We need to focus up. Oh, sorry, Behrman actually retired. I didn't even realise that. He must have hit the wall pretty hard then. Or did he get disqualified? Either way, I didn't see it. 787, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. And Bamsey. You've all come at just the right time. 3 laps to go at the Bahrain Grand Prix. And things are suddenly getting spicy. I'm not even convinced Antonelli even will close in before the safety car comes back in. I'm going to have my last drink of water. Make sure I'm ready and fresh. Why do I have a penalty? Track limits. I just ran wide on the exit of turn 2 3 times. Admittedly, every single one was barely, but they were track limits. Well, Albon's had, what, P4 or was it P5 back at Imola? He's had a lot of speed in the Williams, just they haven't... Albon hasn't been quick where they've had an opportunity to get a podium, I think. That's been the problem. So Antonelli is going to get here then, only just. So, I mean, the entire field is back then in one group. Will we potentially win this race, or will I bottle it? That is the real question. Lunch today was egg mayo rolls. They were very nice. Right, come on then. Lando Norris, bad qualifying yesterday, has dominated so much of race day Sunday. It is McLaren, Ferrari, inside the top 4. If I can recover for a P4 finish after the penalty, I will take that as a victory today. But we're going to have to try and push like crazy in these final couple of laps. When is Norris going to go? We need to try and line up Albon immediately off the restart. There we go. He's gone. Nice and tidy. Make sure I try and time the run on Albon. Right, hopefully. Oh no, Albon's done pretty well there. And look at that, the Williams straight line speed is pretty good back in towards turn 1, but we should have so much more grip than these guys. Down the inside of Pierre Gasly as well. Kind of there, but Gasly tried to turn in anyway. And we'll give him a bit of a squeeze through the apex of turn 2. And there we go then. Immediately we've gained back 2 spots. I mean, we could potentially get right to the front, but it is more about kind of where this penalty leaves us when all is said and done. As I mean, 2-lap-old softs versus 20-lap-old mediums. Or 30-lap-old hards. Surely there is a big old advantage to the inside of Alonso. Down the inside at turn 8. Oh, and you just see that, how much more grip we've got off of the corner. Russell immediately on the back foot as well, as down the inside we will go. Of the Mercedes man. Kick out the back end slightly. Well, if we can get past Hamilton, this was a worthwhile attempt. Looks like he's already struggling to maybe keep up with the cars in front. So almost again, just try and trim the apex of that next corner. But could Leclerc, could Norris potentially hold us all up? Oh, you just see how much more grip I've got on the apex. Is DRS enabled this lap, or I don't think he'll be re-enabled again, will it? I think we'll have to wait a lap before DRS is re-enabled then. It's down the inside of Hamilton. 1 more lap to go of the Bahrain Grand Prix. We've taken the gamble. Will it pay off for us though? I've got to try and pull out 3 seconds in a lap ahead of Lewis. There we go. DRS is re-enabled then back in towards turn 1. So I will just about be in the range of Piastri. But lines like that won't help us. Huge snap oversteer through turn 1. Sure, I don't get done for track limits on the exit, and Hamilton now beginning to drop away just a little bit here. We should get the gap over Alonso anyway. So, obviously, with that spin that we had earlier on, probably not going to lose out much, if anything at all here, but just got to try and keep up with those cars in front there, as Hamilton is really, really dropping back at the moment. Gap now up to 1.3 seconds, and hopefully it's going to keep climbing, as we should get the DRS on Piastri down this next straight as well. And of course, he's got the DRS on Charles Leclerc. Oh, big snap. The car tried to bounce out over the curb, and the gap's up to 2 seconds to Lewis. I think we've got to try and work with Oscar here. Try and not really go for a move on him. Just make sure that we are right underneath his gearbox. In towards the final few corners. The gap up to Hamilton, 2.4 now. But I've got nothing in the way of battery. We've just got to try and drain the last little bits of it there. Back end tries to snap once again. 2.5 seconds now, the gap to Lewis. Will it be enough though? As we make our way into the final corner, Alonso seems to have found something. I've ran out of battery. Oh, way too aggressive on the way in through that final turn. Get the power down on the run to the line. I've ran out of battery again. Will it be enough? I think it's P5. We finished exactly where we were before the safety car. Therefore, worthwhile gamble in my mind. Otherwise, we would have lost out way more. Oh, man. That was good fun. Got a little bit dramatic right towards the end, but obviously with that mistake we made earlier on, it kind of... Oh, hello, it is what it is. Oh, no. I've dropped my remote, chat. And all I can see is the battery.
You always look back at a race
Where's
like this and think,
the rest of the
if I
remote
just
gone?
made that mistake there or locked up here, there would have been contact. And every one of those overtakes is a moment where you have to absolutely nail it.
Oh, no, I lost the other bit.
And that's exactly what they're able to do today. Great stuff indeed.
Oh no, chat. What have I done? Oh, before I forget, don't go anywhere, by the way. Obviously, we've got another race coming.
What a day
Where's
it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations.
Oh,
Time
no.
for our
I better not have
drivers
lost
to
that.
celebrate.
That'd be a disaster.
He holds the trophy aloft, and why shouldn't he? A richly deserved win today for Lando Norris.
Oh, man, that was good fun. That was good fun. First race of the day. It was a long one, but it was a good one. That's what the viewers wanted. P4 for Lewis Hamilton. He did well. He deserved it. He made that one-stop work. But then again, I'm kind of happy that the top three didn't really get screwed over either. Because they'd ran so well all night.
Event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out. Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Well, there we are then. Lando Norris takes the victory here in Bahrain after a dominant display throughout the Grand Prix. Struggled in qualifying, but made the difference come Sunday afternoon. Charles Leclerc P2 ahead of Piastri and Lewis Hamilton there in 4th. Hulkenberg from 7th on the grid, P5 in the end's not bad going. Ahead of Alonso, Russell, Gasly, Ocon, and Alex Albon after looking so good throughout so much of that race. Will limp home for P10. Antonelli just ahead of Sainz, Big G there you can see down in P13 with Ollie Behrman and both Red Bulls failing to see the checkered flag. What does that do to our championship? Well, it means still Verstappen 23 clear at the front of the table as Hamilton now up to P2. Both McLarens jumped myself there as Charles Leclerc now just 1 point behind. But really, I mean, your top 7 all with more than 40 points after 4 Grand Prix. That is pretty good going early on this season. Constructors-wise, McLaren and Ferrari now tied 2 points ahead of Red Bull. So 2 points in it between your top 3 in the Constructors. Mercedes still ahead of Kick Sauber as well. I think, honestly, unless Gabriel Bortoleto can do quite well this year, P5 is sensibly all we're going to be able to achieve. But we shall wait and see. Aston Martin, 1 point ahead of Haas. Williams and VCarb there. Alpine even and VCarb still yet to score. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon ready for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.